My child, stop right there. I am speaking to you now, not later, not someday, not when you feel ready. I'm reaching into this moment right now and keeping you motionless. Because this is neither noise nor random. Not everyone should do this. I'm doing this for you. Just the two of us. Before you think about anything else, I need you to feel that. This sounds familiar to me. I am aware of its similarities, but I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to entice you with meaningless words. I am speaking in a way that you will understand, so that you will stop long enough to hear the truth. You won't believe what I have for you. It's not intended to impress you. It is intended to make you feel good and restore order to your life. This was a planned moment, not particularly in general. I anticipated this moment long before you stopped, long before you even realized you were looking for something without knowing what it was. I carefully arranged it. Furthermore, the majority of people will never go through what you are about to go through. They never pause long enough to listen, not because they are inferior to you. They continue to be busy. They continue to be preoccupied. They continue to be amused. Additionally, they fail to notice the silent door opening in front of them. You didn't overlook it. You're here. You don't realize how important that is on its own. My child, timing is everything. Won't have the same influence later. There won't be the same clarity tomorrow. There won't be another moment like this one. I'm not saying that to scare you. Moments are important, and this particular moment holds something special for you right now, which is why I am saying it. Delays in responding result in unnecessary expenses. Some doors close softly, silently, and unexpectedly just because the moment has passed. That is not what I want for you. I am speaking with seriousness wrapped in love because of this. Allow yourself to become curious in a different way, not the type that seeks out thrills. The more profound kind, the one that has been subtly inquiring as to whether there is anything beyond this routine, this wait, and this never-ending cycle. It's not a sign of weakness. It is the realization that your heart was created for purposes other than survival. Listen to me clearly. You won't be overwhelmed by what's about to happen. Your heart will become softer as a result. It will change your perception of who you are, your past, and what is still achievable. This word does not have a loud ending. It is profound. There is no fire in the sky when it arrives. It comes with comprehension, and comprehension subtly transforms everything from the inside out. Right now, heaven is not far away. Heaven is reaching out to you, not to condemn or test you, but to observe a moment of consciousness. These kinds of moments are closely observed because they are uncommon rather than because they are dramatic. Now that you are standing in one, you are secure. I am aware that pressure and urgency can both feel dangerous. So listen to me once more. No one is pushing you. We're inviting you. I'm becoming more serious, not scared. I'm not standing over you. I'm getting closer. When my voice becomes firm, my love remains the same. It becomes evident. Your perspective on life will be altered by what transpires next. Not immediately, not magically, but honestly. You will start to comprehend why some things felt heavy, why some paths never led to tranquility, and why your heart has been restless, even when everything appeared to be going well. I'm giving you understanding. What comes next is clarity, alignment, or the peaceful return of a life to its proper position follows clarity. Give this moment your whole attention. Let your mind wander. Just enough of your heart should be open to remain in the moment. Perfection is not what I'm asking for. I'm requesting honesty. I'm not requesting assurances. I'm requesting awareness. The first truth is as follows. Hold on, please. You're not as lost as you believe, not as far behind as you think. It's not as severed as it seems. You don't realize how close you are, and this is the evidence. Don't wait until it seems more secure. Don't hold off until you feel more powerful. Don't hold off until a more convenient time. Remain. Pay attention. Allow what follows to start working in you in a subtle, profound, and genuine way. There is a reason you were brought here, and that reason is being revealed at this very moment. Nothing about your arrival here went unnoticed. I have been observing the silent journey that brought you to this moment, the minor decisions, the pauses, and the inner restlessness that persisted despite your attempts to ignore it. You didn't just happen to come here. You came because something inside of you was at last prepared to hear what had previously been unreachable. If your heart is receptive to what I am about to say amen aloud. You might have encountered something similar at other times, but you would have ignored it. On some days, your heart was too guarded, too exhausted, or too noisy to stop. I didn't push those times. I let them go. It wasn't because I didn't care, but rather because your heart wasn't ready to accept without rejecting. Urgency is not the only factor in timing. It has to do with preparedness. Because your life has not been random, this moment is not random. Even the parts of you that seemed chaotic were developing into something. Your awareness was being sharpened even by the delays. Even the setbacks were teaching you what it's like to have empty promises, so you would be able to spot the truth when it came quietly rather than loudly. I was working in ways you couldn't see while you were just going about your daily business. Finally, you are still sufficient to hear me say this, so spend a little more time with me here. Avoid reaching for the next diversion. Keep this hour separate from the others. Something that has been guarded for a long time is being put in front of you, and I want you to take it with both hands. I have been preparing you through experience rather than explanation, my child. I measured preparedness while you counted the days. I watched your heart while you looked at the calendar. I prevented you from taking certain paths that would have cost you more than you could have afforded. You were going to run into something that could have hurt you, so I slowed things down for hours. I shut some doors that had a nice exterior but were actually painful. Sometimes you thought I wasn't there. I wasn't. I exercised caution. There were discussions you never had, choices that stalled, and opportunities that vanished. You questioned why. You believed you had overlooked something. To be honest, I was making room for this hour. I was trying to keep your life from moving too quickly so you wouldn't notice the deeper call that was growing inside of you. Divine timing, however, is not dramatic. It is accurate and gentle. It doesn't make a loud announcement. It quietly puts everything in its proper place. Things come together naturally when the time is right. You are experiencing that right now. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. There's a pause, a feeling of immobility, is just long enough to hear. You might believe that destiny is a distant concept that is only applicable to certain types of people or lifestyles. But awareness, not accomplishment, is where destiny starts. It starts when you realize that there is more to this moment than meets the eye. Not all the time does destiny shout. Occasionally, it asks if you are willing to pause and listen while lowering its voice. I prepared you by allowing you to become wary of superficial responses. To make you yearn for guidance, I let you experience the pain of repetition. In order for you to cherish clarity when it arrived, I allowed you to experience silence. It wasn't wasted at all. It softened the parts of you that had previously resisted the truth. Since you are no longer seeking distraction, this is what you were supposed to hear. You want to be understood. Your heart has been asking more profound questions, even though you may never have given it that name. Why does this continue to occur? Even though everything appears to be fine, why do I feel this way? Why does something seem incomplete? These inquiries do not indicate a lack of success. They are indicators of preparedness. This word has weight because it comes at a moment when you can feel serious without becoming alarmed. You don't have to shut down to sit with the truth. Drama is not necessary to sense importance. That indicates to me that you have matured. Though it's not always evident, growth can be seen in situations like this one. You have also been preparing invisibly. Your listening skills have been developing. We've tested your patience. You can no longer stand emptiness. That isn't a sign of weakness. That is a desire for something genuine. Additionally, hunger indicates that you are alive and prepared to be fed rather than distracted. Whisper, if this word is currently reaching your spirit, I think it is. What I am offering and what you need are aligning. Alignment is uncommon. It manifests when willingness, readiness, and timing momentarily converge. Because of this hour is valuable rather than fleeting. I don't frequently open these hours, and I didn't open this one carelessly. I want you to see destiny as an invitation rather than a source of pressure. You are not required by destiny to transform into someone else. It challenges you to fully embrace who you already are. You don't have to rush the road ahead. You have to be there. My guidance becomes evident when I am present. You might have ignored this word if it had arrived sooner. It might have landed heavier than necessary if it had arrived later. It now comes with just the right amount of weight, enough to matter, but not enough to crush. It's not a coincidence that balance exists. It is a sign of a father who understands just how much his child can carry and when to give it to them. As you listen, something might start to settle in. There's a subtle realization that this fits in a way that other things haven't. That isn't creativity. That is preparedness for a truth meeting. It feels steady rather than chaotic when those two come together. I'm not going to divulge everything at once. I never show you everything at once. Purpose develops gradually rather than suddenly. However, this step is important. The first movement was to pause here. The next is to remain in the moment. Honest responses will come in due course. We're not hurrying you. You're being led. At this point in your life, direction is more important than speed. Where appearance is less important than depth. Where comfort is less important than truth. It took time for those values to emerge. They were shaped by your way of life. Your past does not disqualify you. Your inquiries don't make you any less mine. If anything, they prepare you to listen, comprehend, and proceed with awareness rather than reaction. Allow yourself to experience the importance of this without becoming anxious about it. You don't have to worry about destiny. You must pay attention to it. Thus, pay attention to this hour. Allow it to whisper to you. Allow it to become a part of your heart. Your path gently turns at this point, not from who you are, but in the direction of who you have always been. I'm here with you, too. Not in front of you, requiring quickness. Not pushing you forward from behind. Beside you, directing every step as it is taken. Together, my child and I have traveled a great distance. I never once let go of the road, even during the seasons when you could not feel me walking it. And I never let go of you. It's not a coincidence. This is a moment set aside so you can finally realize that your life has deeper meaning than you have allowed yourself to believe. It is timing shaped by love and preparation, shaped by care. Stay here. What I'm about to say is the thing you've been thinking about for years without being able to name it. So let that understanding grow. What you thought this moment would be like, my child, was never what I planned to give you. People are always on the lookout for something new, something that will shock them, and news that will hold their attention for a short time. It starts out loud and goes away quickly. Divine revelation is not the same. It doesn't come at you quickly and force itself on you. It gets to work to wake you up. It's not meant to blow your mind. This is meant to help you remember who you are. You thought the surprise would be an answer, a sign, a sudden change in things, or something from the outside that would show this moment was important. But what I put together is more than just information. People can learn things and then forget them. Being shown the truth changes how you see yourself. And once that changes, nothing goes back to where it was. Surprised people want to know what happened. The divine asks, who are you becoming? That's why this moment feels heavier and quieter than you thought it would. You can already tell in your heart that this isn't about learning something new. You have to remember something true that has been buried by noise, fear, and doing the same thing over and over again. You don't need to keep the surprise a secret. It's your identity being shown to you. Being who you are doesn't happen like an announcement on the street. It comes as a sign of approval. It looks and feels like something you've seen before. However, it changes everything since you can't lie and say you didn't know it. You've spent a lot of time looking outside of yourself for signs, words, or explanations that would finally tell you what to do. I'm not ignoring their needs. I'm getting to the root of them. Once you know who you are, you can easily find your way. Any amount of information won't help when it comes to getting peace of mind. That's it. You're not what your fear made you think you were. You are not defined by the delays you had to deal with, the confusion you felt, or the times you felt lost. Those things shaped your path, but they're not your name. You've been living below your true potential, just surviving instead of living the life I gave you. This great news doesn't scream. It takes away the lies you start to believe slowly. Because the labels seem to fit your pain, it makes them less tight. It keeps what happened to you separate from who you are. And being apart from them makes you feel both better and worse, because it forces you to stop answering to the name your wounds gave you. Let me keep talking about the deeper thing, because this awakening is just getting started. You were hoping for a surprise that would make things different. I'm giving you one that changes your position. It's easier for things to change when the person in the situation knows who they are. Identity is the base on which everything else is built. The house won't shake during storms once the foundation is strong. This is why so many people never get to enjoy this moment. They wait for someone or something outside of themselves to save them. They want answers but don't want to wake up. They want change but don't want to be seen. But what I saw doesn't go around the heart. It goes right through it. You might feel something without knowing why as this truth rises in you. A softness, a quiet ache, and the feeling that you are seen more clearly than usual. That is waking up. It's not loud to wake up. It's the truth. It's like coming back home after being away for a while. You were not as broken as you thought. You had a lot to carry. You were worn out. There was no one to help you hold on to your questions. You were never without value, direction, or purpose, though. They were always there below the surface. The truth was just waiting for the right time to come out without being shut down. This surprise isn't meant to be too much for you. In times when everything else seems uncertain, it's meant to keep you steady. Knowing who you are doesn't get rid of struggle. It just changes the way you think about it. What is wrong with me is no longer a question. You start to wonder, what is making me? I'm not going to give you a list of things to fix. I am giving you back your sight. When you have a good picture of who you are, you naturally let go of what doesn't belong to you. Fear stops being powerful. Shame can't be heard. The fog of confusion lifts, not all at once, but slowly, like how grief brings a field back from the dark.